Digital is a new norm. Welcome to the Global Meta University. I am your host, Ashada Rashid, and on today's episode, I have invited a ServiceNow developer and data scientist, Mohammed Kamal. Hello, Mohammed. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Sharia. I'm excited to be here.
Can you share us your main takeaway about Knowledge 2020 digital experience?
Sure, Sharia. So, Knowledge 2020, the digital experience started yesterday. So, what we get from that is that a lot of great things, Sharia. A lot of good news are coming out. So, there was very good keynote speaking from Bill and also CJ, and there are a number of on-demand sessions and breakout sessions as well. So, I be able to attend some of the breakout sessions and the on-demand session. So I want to start from the positive one. So Bill was saying that he is encouraging the community, the ServiceNow community, to network, not just right here in 2020, but by passing to until to 2021. That means that by networking, sharing ideas, okay, by networking, sharing ideas, sharing your best experience, that's the most important thing here for all of us to learn from one to the other. And we got here CJ as well. CJ, he is the chief product officer of in ServiceNow. He was sharing as a very good experience by interviewing uh, the Washington responders, especially related with this the pandemic, the current pandemic. There was a need for a robust application that can be used, that can be made in a very short time, and an application that can be resilient. So they go to the ServiceNow, and ServiceNow was right there to help them out develop that application in a very short period of time. And that ServiceNow application was it's like a hero. I can say it's like a hero, like other the first responders, because if you don't have that application, you cannot facilitate whatever stack you have, whatever your employee you have. So you need that kind of robust application. So from all the speakers, what I get, inspiration. They're energizing all the peoples, and then that thought-provoking ideas. And what we hear as well from that session, especially the first day, that we have noticed that within one day in ServiceNow, it turned all its employee into a remote, and they use the Now platform to facilitate that great experience for the employee and as well as for the customer. So ServiceNow give you not just the power to make your work better, but also in any circumstance. So it just this circumstance, the event that we are right now, the pandemic, it is just a proof for ServiceNow uh, to be used not just as a ticketing tool, but it can be used as an emergency like this in a very rapid way. You can build it in a secure way as well. So employee, they can be productive wherever they are using ServiceNow. And then another important thing where I see that main focus for the customers as well as for the employee. Because of that, ServiceNow has a number of now that's capability, showing those all capabilities in the area of the IT service management, ITSM. Basically, this is like creating incidents, and behind every great experience of your employee or your customer, there is a great workflow. That's an important thing. So this all capability where you can see right now is like if you go to the IT operation management, you can manage your operation fluently with those applications, with those workflows. You can customize, you can use most of them, the out of the box. Another important thing here is especially with instance, the service now is bringing or giving us a new instance every 6 months. With that, let's say if you are late one versions back, like we are now in Orlando release, and if you're not using Orlando release, you are losing some new functionalities. You might to get those functionalities, you may also develop them by spending your time and energy. So I by this, I want to encourage anyone who are a partner in ServiceNow or who are using ServiceNow, I want to encourage them to move to the next level, at least to the current version, like Orlando, which is a great application right now. The great instance has a lot of new functionalities there. If you go to the field service operation, you can have that mobile experience, the onboarding transition that's really helped a lot of onboarding. You have customized workflows. You can customize your workflow. You can use those the out of the box. If you want to go to your HR service, the financial operation, and the customer service, especially on the customer service area, you have that the virtual agent and the natural language understanding. All those has not been touched before as that extensive as what did ServiceNow. So with the ServiceNow, you have this all workflow, some of them with no code experience. Ashadi, you know how challenging developing a code is, right, Ashadi?
Yes.
Yeah, so some of them with no code experience, and some of them you can add some low code and then you can use them. So that's really touching me and really important to mention that. So on this field service management, especially on the field service management, there is a now platform app, mobile app. So that's the great experience where you can have from the service now. So that's all workflow, especially at this time with that workflow. It's really important to see with the service now. Yeah, so that is my main takeaway. And with that, I want to say that I want to encourage with encouraging every team to collaborate and develop concepts, new concepts, and turning idea to demand by having the innovation portal. That's really important. So especially if you want to have the ideation, which is development of the idea and project portfolio management, you can have that. So those are my main takeaway. And like I say, the agent experience and the end user experience, they come in hand. So you cannot just work on your agent experience without working in your employee experience or customer experience. So they all goes in hand. You can use a virtual agent capability, chat functionality, and like it was said, we are in unprecedented time, and IT is the absolute hero. And I can say that ServiceNow is the absolute hero by helping, especially the Washington State, and helping them in that critical time. And that application, ServiceNow, make that application available for anyone. It's in the share, ServiceNow share, so anyone can download that application and they can use it. So I think we have covered that one in previous episode. You can go ahead and get that application, the emergency management application that being developed. So you can use that one, delivering your work without any hiccups. So it helped them, it helped especially the Washington State at that critical time. That application helped them to manage their work without any hiccups. And that is an important thing. So if you don't have resilient digital experience or resilient digital experience, your employee and your customer will have a problem, will have an hiccups, especially because you'll have that a high load of phone call, a high load of incident coming from the from your customer. So at that time, you just need that kind of experience. So and then ServiceNow was the hero on that aspect. So I'm really happy, being able to get in some breakout sessions as well there. What I was lacking, lastly, I want to mention one point. So with this digital experience, from what I see, it looks like they recorded those sessions ahead of time and they was uh, playing them live, but they wasn't Q&A session. So that was lacking. Then there was a lot of comment coming from the community on the chat session, but there wasn't a Q&A session. Hopefully, like if they manage those kind of in this kind of session, at least answering some of the question that came from the community, at least for 10 minutes or 5 minutes at the end of the session might be good. So that's lastly I want to point out. But other than that, the ServiceNow 2020 digital experience has been fantastic on the first day. Thank you for inviting.